Hey guys, RC Peck here with Fearless Wealth. And I want to talk about what's been going on probably for the last 2 years. And I want to talk about it in a way that is maybe a different framing. So I want to talk to you about the stock market priced in gold and currencies priced in gold and the bond market priced in gold, and just talk about what that might mean. So the first price chart I have for you is the S&P 500 divided by gold. So basically what you're looking at is the US stock market priced in gold, not priced in dollars, but priced in gold. So the first thing that I notice is the stock market actually peaked in October of 2018. We're coming up on that. So just for easy math, I'm going to call that 2 years ago the stock market peaked. Not 10 days ago, but actually 2 years ago when you price it in gold. The other thing I noticed when I look at this price chart is there seemed to have been this support and resistance, right? Between, again, this is the S&P priced in gold. And you can see over to the right, I'm giving you kind of the range of that resistance and support line, that the black line tried to get above the two blue lines and it couldn't. So it is what it couldn't get below before. It now, which that would have been a floor, that floor has now become a ceiling. Again, this is the US stock market priced in gold. Now, we can then say, well, let's look at other stock markets. The other, I'm just going to call it the other here. The other big stock market in the world, let's just call that everything but the US. So this is all international stock markets together, ex-US. So basically, it's the whole world minus the US. And again, this is priced in gold also. And it's consolidating. But you can also clearly see that in this case, the world stock market, it peaked right around the same time as the US stock market did when priced in gold. And we can jump this, we can jump around the globe. This is the European stock market right here, where it looks very similar to the international stock market when priced in gold, and it peaked 2 years ago. And you can see the consolidation here, and very similar kind of, we had this range that the international stock market could not break below, and then it did, and then it couldn't get above it. And now you see this consolidation happening here. And you'll see this consolidation happening almost throughout all these price charts I'm showing you. So this is Europe, the European stock market priced in gold. This is the emerging market stock market priced in gold, which looks like I didn't change anything, but I actually did. This is the Chinese stock market priced in gold. Looks a little worse, right? It doesn't have quite the consolidation. With this one, the Chinese stock market, you can see that the Chinese stock market actually peaked in early 2018. So we're about 2.5 years past the peak of the Chinese stock market. And we could, go around the globe and zoom into individual countries. This is Germany. Germany could not break above its peak right here when priced in gold all through 2018. So really, it also peaked very early, similar to Germany. So we have a consolidation going on right now in Germany, in the German stock market. So then we can say, well, what about US dollar? This is UUP. Oops, just retype that in, GLD. This is dollars priced in gold. Same thing happening here. There's a consolidation going on of the US dollar when priced in gold. Very likely that that's going to be a continuation pattern, right? It has fallen quite fast, and now it's consolidating and digesting that. What you hear is my dog. We have a little bell system. So if he hits the bell, that means he wants to go out. So give me a second while I let him out. You go, baby. I think he's training me more than I'm training him. So there you have the US dollar. Here's the euro priced in gold too, which looks very similar. Over the last 3.5 years, the euro peaked relative to gold in October of 18. So so far we have the two most followed fiat currencies. They both peaked, right? FXY, let's just put that in, divide that by gold. This is the Japanese yen, also peaked in 2018. So you have the three most followed currencies on the planet, the dollar, the yen, and the euro. They all peaked almost the exact same, nearly the exact same month as the stock markets around the world peaked against gold. Then you have the US bond market. Let's price that in gold here. Same thing. You see that August time frame right there. It peaked in gold. You take the international bond market. So this is international world bond market right here, right? Same thing, peaked with gold. So let's think about this. We've got the US stock market, the European stock market, the emerging market stock market, the Chinese stock market, the German stock market. They all peaked somewhere in 2018 with gold, somewhere between end of January to the beginning of October. Then we have the three most followed fiat currencies on the planet, the dollar, the euro, and the yen. They all peaked against gold during the exact same time period the stock market did, within 60 days-ish, generally speaking, right? And then we have the bond market doing the exact same thing. So three major asset classes on the planet. Now we can also go with, I'll just put the entire commodity complex in here too. So we can bring in that major asset class also. That major asset class also, you can see right around that same end of third quarter, beginning of fourth quarter right here, guys. You can see the same thing happened with the entire commodity complex. So you've got the stock market peaked against gold in August 18. The commodity market peaked against gold in August-ish 18. The bond market did, and the currency market. And so I've talked about this before, where you don't want to trade bull markets. You don't want to sell options against bull markets. You want to be able to get your position. And it's one thing for me to just say these things and point these things out to you. I mean, I love price charts. I've loved them since I've been a teenager. They bring an incredible amount of clarity and certainty and confidence and comfortableness and peace of mind that news can never do, that headlines can never do, that, text can never do. But it's not enough, right? Because it's one thing to be like, okay, great, gold's doing that. It's another to have the mindset and the inner game to be able to hold on to it. But in all that is going on in the world today, and there's quite a bit. There's fires on the west coast of the United States. There's a pretty big election coming up in about 60 days. There's a pandemic going on that basically has made the top 2% of the world even richer. The next 40% are in a recession. And the bottom, what are we left with? 58? Am I doing this right? 58% are probably in a depression. So the world is getting bifurcated even more. That's what the pandemic has done. It's accelerated the difference between understanding how to grow and keep your money, which is very, very, very different from how to make money. And so with incredible forest fires happening, and last year was Canada, so it's really the west coast of North America in many ways. Fires like viruses don't know borders, don't have timetables. It's kind of Mother Nature doing its thing. And I see price charts as Mother Nature too. But the biggest takeaway maybe from this week's just video is you've got to have the ticker symbol. Of course you have to know the asset class. Of course you do. And once you do, it's about 5% of what's going to help you. Because then there's the other 95%, which probably is easy enough to just be called the psychology or the mindset or the inner game. And most people never actually really, really, really learn that. So thanks, guys, for being in my world. If you have questions or concerns, or you think there's an area I got wrong or an area that you want me to talk about more, the easiest way to do that is just to email me at rc@fearlesswealth.com. I read all of them. You can also leave a comment below the video. I read all comments and let me know where I got it right and maybe where I can look at it more. As you know, guys, I'm into open conversations where we both learn. So if you just want to dump your rage or anger, go somewhere else. Thank you so much for being in my world, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Okay, bye. Hey guys, thanks so much for being here. If you love these videos, then you're going to love the training because look, as great as these price charts are, a changed life, the growth, the income you want, life on the blue line, that happens on the other side of training. So somewhere around here, there's a link, and that's going to give you the content, the background, the structure, the next dates, also the 100% love it or leave it guarantee, testimonials, case studies, everything you're going to need to know about that training to get your life on the blue line. And hey, if you have questions, you can just go ahead and email me at rc@fearlesswealth.com. All right, thanks.